So a question I get all the time, guys, is Coach Powers, why do I feel like something's wrong? I always feel like something's wrong. I hear what you're saying, Coach. You're saying, you're making sense here. You're breaking it down, but still, I can't shake this feeling like something is really wrong. And so I want to use an analogy that I often use with clients that I think would be pretty helpful. And I've kind of playfully coined it the bus analogy, or the Limbic Bus Analogy. Let's call it that, the Limbic Bus Analogy. So imagine this. You're sitting on a bus. It's a beautiful scenic day. There's only a few people on the bus. You're driving down this country road. There's not many people on the road. There's no cliffs. There's no signs of danger. The bus driver is very friendly. He's driving very slow, safe, wonderful time. Nice bus, right? Everything's safe. Everything's good. Well, then let's picture this guy comes up behind you and he's got a needle. And in that needle is a hormone, a couple hormones in it. Let's call it, for the sake of argument, cortisol and adrenaline. And he, without you knowing, he ejects you with it quickly. Just pop, pop, hits you with a little shot of that. Suddenly you jump up, you're panicking and you start running up and down the bus. You're holding your head. Oh my God, the bus is going to crash. And people are going, what do you mean it's going to crash? It's going to crash. It's going to crash, guys. Why? I don't know. The lug nuts are going to come off. The tires. No, the tires are fine. It's the bus driver. It's this damn bus driver. Who is this guy? What do we know about this guy? He's going to wreck. He's going to drive us right off a cliff. And we go, there's no cliffs. The bus driver's a nice guy. He's never had an accident a day in his life. Right. So then let's say I'm on the bus with you. I stand up. I say, hey, it's okay. What happened was this person in the back, this crazy person in the back hit you with this shot and filled you full of adrenaline and cortisol, which, aroused your panic center of your brain, your fight or flight center, and you're panicking, you're running up and down. You're safe. Please just sit down, breathe. There's nothing wrong. So you say, okay, I think I hear that. I think I can understand that. But you sit down. But then you're like, I can't shake it. I feel like something's wrong. Why do I still feel like something's wrong? I'll remind you again, because this guy injected you with these chemicals. That's why you're feeling like something's wrong. Okay. 5 seconds later. But no, man, this is different. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. You start to get out of your seat again, right? Now, let's say the voice of reason wasn't on the bus, right? And you didn't know that. It was never explained to you what happened. Hey, there was a crazy guy and he hit you with this cortisol shot, this adrenaline shot, and that's why you're feeling this way. You would start to create all kinds of webs for yourself. You would create all kinds of narratives. You would start to look at the bus driver and say, who is this guy? What is he, a Nazi? Maybe he's German. Maybe he has a bomb on this bus. Maybe he's taking this bus to the White House. You would start to create these intricate little narratives that made sense to you, and that's what, and this whole analogy, guys, is this is what's happening to you with the limbic system. This is why you can't stop, you can't shake this feeling that there's something really wrong, because that's the chemical message your fight or flight center is sending you. Quite literally, guys, that's what it's sending you. Something's wrong. The doctors missed it. They don't understand. Something's wrong. Even as you're listening to this, you might be going, yeah, that makes sense, Dave, but I don't know. No, I think this is different. I mean, it's got to be, no, it's histamines. And not to say that it can't be histamines and it can't be a lot of little things, because benzos is it's a crazy ride, and it's a multi-headed beast, as I often say. But this is coming from the limbic system. The feeling that there's something really wrong that you cannot shake is coming from the limbic system. And what will happen is it will manifest in other ways. You'll develop, horrendous health anxiety, and you'll be fixated on a certain thing, heart palpitations. Oh my God, you go to doctor after doctor and they keep checking your heart and they say, you're fine. Look, we did the EKGs, we did stress tests. I mean, your blood pressure is good. Your cholesterol levels are great. No, something's wrong. Something's wrong with my heart, man. Something's wrong. You create these pathways in your brain to the trigger. It's sort of like a river running from this limbic system, this hypothalamus center, out toward whatever the trigger is. Let's say heart palpitations, which was big for me. I was always worrying about my heart, and you can't shake it. Now it's become conditioned. It's an automatic response. Every time you have that jolt of adrenaline, the adrenaline automatically goes boom right to that place, heart. Right? So now so imagine back on this bus. Why do I feel like something's wrong? I think it's the bus driver. Now I'm starting to get fixated on the bus driver, because now I'm drawing an association between the panic feeling, something's wrong, bus driver. Panic feeling, something's wrong, bus driver. And that keeps strengthening. Before I know it, I'm ready to grab the wheel of the bus and fight this guy, This is the limbic system. This is why you never feel completely normal, why you always feel like something's wrong.